Today, our topic is what Aristotle can teach us about happiness. Happiness is something everyone wants, but not everyone knows how to find. Aristotle, an ancient Greek philosopher, had a lot to say about happiness. He believed that happiness is not just a feeling, but a way of living. For Aristotle, happiness is about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about living a life of purpose and meaning. Let's explore his ideas and see how they can help us in our own lives. Aristotle believed that happiness, or what he called Eudaimonia, is the highest goal of human life. Eudaimonia doesn't just mean feeling good or being in a good mood. It means flourishing, thriving, and living well. It's about achieving your full potential as a human being. To understand how to achieve this, Aristotle said, we need to understand the purpose of human life. He believed that everything in nature has a purpose. A knife's purpose is to cut, and a flower's purpose is to bloom. So what is the purpose of a human being? Aristotle said that our purpose is to use our reason and to live a life of virtue. Reason is what makes us unique. Unlike animals, we can think, reflect, and make choices. Virtue, for Aristotle, means excellence in character. It's about being brave, kind, honest, and fair. Living a virtuous life means making choices that align with these qualities. But how do we become virtuous? Aristotle believed that virtue is a habit. It's something we develop through practice. Just as a musician becomes skilled by playing music every day, we become virtuous by practicing good actions. For example, if you want to be brave, you have to face your fears. If you want to be generous, you have to give to others. Over time, these actions become habits, and these habits shape your character. Aristotle also believed that happiness requires balance. He called this the golden mean. The golden mean is the idea that virtue lies between two extremes. For example, courage is the balance between recklessness and cowardice. Being too reckless is dangerous, but being too cowardly means you miss opportunities. The same applies to other virtues. Generosity is the balance between stinginess and wastefulness. Patience is the balance between anger and indifference. By finding this balance, we can live a more harmonious and fulfilling life. Another important idea from Aristotle is that happiness is not something we achieve alone. We are social creatures, and our relationships with others play a big role in our happiness. Aristotle believed that friendship is essential for a happy life. He said there are three types of friendship: friendships of pleasure, friendships of utility, and friendships of virtue. Friendships of pleasure are based on shared enjoyment, like going to a concert together. Friendships of utility are based on mutual benefit, like working together on a project. But the highest form of friendship is the friendship of virtue. This is when two people admire each other's character and help each other grow. These friendships are rare, but incredibly valuable. Aristotle also believed that happiness requires action. It's not enough to just think about being virtuous or to wish for a better life. You have to take steps to make it happen. This means setting goals, making plans, and taking responsibility for your choices. It also means being active in your community and contributing to the well-being of others. Aristotle believed that a happy life is a life of purpose and engagement. Another key idea from Aristotle is that happiness is not just about material wealth or external success. While these things can make life more comfortable, they are not enough to guarantee happiness. True happiness comes from within. It comes from living a life of virtue, using your reason, and building meaningful relationships. Aristotle warned against chasing after fame, money, or pleasure as if they were the ultimate goals. These things can be nice, but they are not the source of lasting happiness. So, how can we apply Aristotle's ideas to our own lives? First, think about what it means to live a life of purpose. What are your strengths, and how can you use them to contribute to the world? What kind of person do you want to be, And what steps can you take to become that person? Second, focus on developing good habits. Identify the virtues that are important to you, like kindness, courage, or honesty, and practice them every day. Over time, these habits will become part of who you are. Third, build strong relationships. Invest time and energy in your friendships and family. Seek out people who inspire you and who share your values. Finally, remember that happiness is an ongoing process. It's not something you achieve once and then forget about. It requires constant effort and reflection. Aristotle believed that self-awareness is key to living a happy life. Take time to reflect on your actions and decisions. Are they aligned with your values? Are they helping you grow as a person? If not, what changes can you make? This kind of self-reflection is essential for living a life of eudaimonia. Aristotle's ideas about happiness are timeless. They remind us that true happiness is not about external achievements, but about inner growth. It's about becoming the best version of yourself and living a life of purpose and meaning. While the world around us may change, the principles of virtue, reason, and balance remain the same. By following Aristotle's teachings, we can find a deeper and more lasting sense of happiness. In conclusion, Aristotle teaches us that happiness is not something that happens to us. It's something we create through our choices and actions. About living a life of virtue, building meaningful relationships, and striving to reach our full potential. While the path to happiness may not always be easy, it is within our reach. By practicing the principles of balance, self-awareness, and purposeful action, we can live a life that is truly fulfilling. So, let's take Aristotle's wisdom to heart and start building a life of happiness today.